I'm going to walk you through how to build a whole website here. So I just was thinking today about a keyword I wanted to use, and I was thinking like a lot of the work that I love to do is hacked websites. And this is Toby from the Mighty Mo. I'll just put my website up there. We do WordPress maintenance, fixing broken sites, fixing hack sites, that sort of thing. And I thought it'd be cool to have like a domain for SEO purposes. I was today going to the Google map, maps.google.com, and I was actually on my phone, but you can kind of see what's going on here. So I went here and I was just like curious. I was thinking like, is anyone doing local search for hacked WordPress site? And I just Googled, WordPress hacked. And what I came up with was not a lot of local stuff. So there's some local stuff, and then it starts getting, if I were to go into some of these, this is like in California, I think. This is in somewhere else. Looks like, oh, this is in Minnesota. But I was thinking, like, it doesn't seem like a very competitive space for local. Or I could do website hacked, for example. And you might get some different results. So it is a competitive space, I think, for just general keywords, but for local, perhaps not. And my site does come up in this search already, and so I was thinking like, hey, maybe I can target this and get even higher. Like this one is in Pleasanton, California, and it's showing up on my Google map result, which says a lot about how competitive that specific keyword is. If I were to search like WordPress sites here, there'd be 1,000 in just like the 5-mile radius. So that's why I'm doing it. And I went ahead and purchased the domain through Google Domains. I am setting up the Cloudflare, and what I did is just set up the free plan, and what they're saying is go ahead and copy your name server records over to Google, and that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through each step of the way here. This usually takes a second. And let me bring over my SiteGround window here, which is where I'm hosting it. I set up a basic SiteGround site. You can do that. It's like $15 a month or something. And so I'm going to click done, check name servers. Not sure. Let's check the recommendations out for today. Yeah, sure. Always use HTTPS. We're not going to auto minify because that can cause a lot of problems with JavaScript stuff, particularly with WordPress, it seems like. Okay, let's do, looks like it's not sure if we updated them. I'm just going to check the name servers. It's probably done. So one thing we can do is just load this in the browser and see if it's resolving properly. And it could be that the domain registration is still working itself out, but we can go ahead and add this IP to Cloudflare where our DNS will be hosted any minute here. So I'm going to go to the DNS tab in Cloudflare. I'm going to add a record, and this is just going to be an A record. At means like the basic domain. I'm going to turn this proxy off now because sometimes Cloudflare has problems with that. I'm also going to create a CNAME record here, and I do this on all the sites, and this is so the www redirects to the root of the domain, so or to the tcwebsecurity.com. So basically everything will load without the www because I set that up. Let's refresh this again. Let's remove that www and see what happens here. It seems like maybe the domain purchase, like it's not going yet. So one thing we can do, I'm going to go ahead and bring over a new Chrome window here. I'm also going to open up my terminal, and let's skip this version. I'm going to go sudo nano /etc/hosts, enter my computer password here. And what we're going to do is add a new entry for TC. What was the domain I purchased here? It was tcwebsecurity.com. Oops, there it is. So I'm going to go, whoops, that was my exercise alarm. I'm going to add tcwebsecurity.com space www.tcwebsecurity.com. I'm going to save it here. Then I'm going to clear my DNS cache.
Cache flushed.
And I just have a little shortcut there that I created that does that. So in theory now, as long as I'm using Chrome, it should load the site on SiteGround. Now that all that extra stuff isn't really necessary. That terminal stuff isn't necessary if all the domain stuff had processed already, but since it's running a bit behind, we're gonna do that little trick there. So going back here, now we're in SiteGround. You can see this is my site. It's loading at the proper domain. We're not going to be able to enable SSL until this resolves properly. Oh, there it goes. Now we're getting a security risk, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and in SiteGround. And now if you're not using SiteGround, you can, every host or most hosts have this tool where you can just get it going. What I'm going to do now is just go back and undo that stuff I just did because we don't need it since the domain is now resolving properly. A little hash in front of that means that it's no longer
cache
used.
flushed.
And so this is being processed. And one thing you can do here is, I think what might be going on, let's try it in Chrome too, see if that breaks it. Okay, so Chrome is still loading, and I'm not sure if Chrome is loading the... Okay, so there's some weird issues going on, and that's kind of... I'm going to go ahead and re-enable this thing, and I think this is probably the issue, that the domain is still figuring out how to do its thing.
Cache
so we're just
flushed.
going to go around that, and I'm going to yeah, so now, so it has to do with that domain propagation, blah, blah, blah stuff. I'm going to go ahead and grab my password here that I created. Now this is just the default WordPress install, and you see my 1Password is just kind of my naming convention here. And add it to my personal. Save login. Sure, we'll save it there too. Now what we're seeing here is the SiteGround starter stuff. I don't like that stuff, so I'm just going to go back here. The first thing I always do is deactivate anything that the host installs. In this case, there's this SiteGround Central thing, which is really for beginners, and I'm not a beginner. So SiteGround Optimizer, SiteGround Security, those are fine plugins that I use on SiteGround, and so I keep those active. They're not really necessary at this point in time. They're kind of for later. So for right now, we'll just deactivate them. That way you'll know we're starting with a clean slate here. The next thing I'm going to do is install the theme. Now, this has this brand new 2022 theme, which is really nice, and I've read up on it. Seems really nice, but I've never used it, and I want to move quickly here, so I'm just going to add the theme that I know really well. It's called Beaver Builder, and you probably have your own favorite theme that you like to use, so I'm going to go ahead and install that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is install the Beaver Builder child theme. So we're going to go back here, upload theme, theme child, install. And we're going for quick here. And so a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is, you know, I really just want this site up and to start generating SEO value. So this looks good. Now we'll check out the site, and it'll be a very basic site. So the next thing we need to do is change the title. In this case, we're going to call it Hacked WordPress Support. And we might Hacked WordPress Support. We'll just stick with that for now. And we'll call it Twin Cities Website Security. Get some more keywords in there. So that's our site title. I'm going to switch to Chicago because it just makes things easier later. I'm going to change these. Well, we're going to keep it there now. Later we'll change it to an S, HTTPS, but for now we'll just keep it there. The other thing that Beaver Builder needs a couple plugins to function properly. So I'm going to go ahead and install those. One's the Beaver Builder Pro plugin. The other is called Beaver Themer. And if you're using a different theme like Aveda or whatever, you know, they have a different suite of plugins and things to do. So this is just kind of standing up this site, getting it to the point where I can edit it. I've noticed this is going slow. SiteGround has that SiteGround Optimizer plugin that I deactivated, and I have a hunch that activating that and updating some of those cache settings will help with the speed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to SiteGround Optimizer. There it is. Let's go to caching. Let's confirm that. We'll do dynamic, file-based. Memcache is the one that'll really crank up the speed. Oh, okay, so they're saying we need to say that we can use it via the SiteGround panel. Let me find that here. Oh, I just realized I'm still in Chrome. So here I can go. Now this is just, again, just a SiteGround thing, and I think it's under speed, actually. Caching, memcache. We have to turn this on here in SiteGround, and then it'll let us turn it on here. There you go. Now I don't know why it won't let us do, oh, there it goes, file-based. So maybe we had to do memcache before file-based. I'm not quite sure. We'll check that box. Again, this is just this plugin's, this is a SiteGround specific plugin. So in theory now, stuff will go faster. I'm going to click that. It certainly seems faster already. Now we'll check out the home page. So we see our title up here. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now, but we definitely need some page content. We're going to clean up this home page. And so let's go back to the back end, make sure I did. I need to install the Beaver Themer plugin, because we will probably use that theme builder. One thing I noticed, a lot of times WordPress plugin names, like the file names, will be very different from the actual plugin. Like this one's called bbthemebuilder.zip. The reason is in WordPress it's really complicated to change your plugin file name. You can easily change what it displays here and all this text, but changing that file name is really difficult. And so you'll see a lot of even like established, very developed plugins that make a lot of money, they still have a weird file name, and that's because that reason. Like they started, like this was probably called BB Theme Builder initially, and now it's Beaver Themer. So, and what this error is, it's saying enter your license key, which we will do later. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Let's create a home page real quick. So I'm going to go to Pages, Add New. We'll close this. I'm just going to call this Home. Actually, let's give it a name. Hacked WordPress Support. Let's just call it that. I think it added a link there. Let's sanitize that by copying and pasting up there. There we go. Yeah, it did copy and paste that link. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm just going to publish this. This is our home page now. And so the next step is to define that as our home page under Settings Reading. We're going to say it displays a static page. Hacked WordPress Support. Sure, no, we do want search engines, so we'll leave that unchecked. Now if we go here, it's getting cleaned up. We want to get rid of this footer stuff, so let's do that next. Do that appearance, widgets. And let's just get rid of that junk here. This is the new block builder for the widgets, which I haven't done much stuff in or with. Because I've been deep in Beaver Builder, and it isn't quite, in my experience, these new blocks things, and as of right now, it's February 22nd, 2022. These are not up to snuff compared to Beaver Builder, and so you see it wants to do that. Let's go ahead and edit with Beaver Builder, and I think that'll clean this up quite a bit. It's asking us if we want to do that. Please stop with the tour. Let's publish this. Okay, so it wants to keep that junk in the footer. Maybe I edited the wrong, I edited the wrong stuff. So we're going to have to do that same stuff here. Now this is kind of an annoyance with this new block builder. It used to be that we loved having all these widgets and stuff, but that's kind of a relic from the past. So I think we're good here. Let's update and refresh here. There, now that junk's gone. And again, I'm not hoping to make this perfect. What I want is to start generating some SEO and whatnot. So we need content. I actually don't like using the Beaver Builder page builder unless I have to. In this case, we're going to do it because this is going to be the home page, and we do want to look professional in case somebody shows up there. Now, Beaver Builder has templates built in, so let's just choose one. And most of your theme builders will have a template built in. I'm just going to kind of choose one that looks pretty good here. None of these look great, and that's kind of a downside of Beaver Builder's, core templating, blah blah blah, is that they don't provide you with a lot of options for templates. I'm gonna go with let's go with this Royal Academy thing. We're just gonna start changing stuff up. It's gonna be TC Web. Well, let's call this Hacked WordPress Site Help. And I've kind of made a decision. I guess that's going to be the keyword here. Hacked WordPress Support, Hacked WordPress Help. Let's call this Hacked Word. That should be our keyword. As I go along, this is not scientific, so I haven't done research on this, but my hunch is that people are typing in Hacked WordPress Help into Google. Let's just try it here. Hacked WordPress Help. So some people are buying ads on this, Fiverr and Upwork and Mailcare and QuickWord. So that means this is a pretty competitive keyword space. But again, I'm not trying to compete with these. What I'm trying to compete with is the map. And so if I do Hacked WordPress Help, looks like maybe this is it sent me directly to them, which is really interesting. It didn't even send me to my local thing, which makes me wonder if they're the only ones really gaming the local stuff. And we might even add another thing that says, based in Minneapolis, because we're going for that local stuff. So let's add a text thing here, and I'm going to put it right there. Let's call it, actually I want a header, so we're going to do a H2, I'm just going to throw it right there. Minneapolis WordPress experts. And so again, we're going for this Minneapolis local keyword. And I'm kind of wondering, I don't want to think too hard, but I kind of like a left align thing here, and that's just my preference right now. Maybe later I won't like it, but so we're going to go with that. I like this serifed font, and so what I want to do is change this to also that same serifed font. And I wonder, so it's using the default family. I think we're going to have to update the default family. It's Play Fair Display, so we're going to go and just update our core WordPress font family here in the customizer. Content, nope, not content, general, text, and we're going to change it from Helvetica to Fair, what was it, Play Fair Display, and font weight normal, and then I think we also have to change the headings. We're going to do that, and we might, maybe you don't want everything to be this, but it looks pretty good here. Plus it's one font to load, and so that's, in theory is pretty lightweight. So this is looking good. I'm going to go here, I'm going to refresh here. Great. So far so good. I don't like how this header is laid out, and one thing we have to do is add a header menu. Header menu. We're just going to click that and save it for now, and then go back here. So now it knows there's nothing in it. It was basically just asking us to define it. And so now it's a little bit smart, Beaver Builder is, and so it'll say, oh, they didn't even define a menu item, so therefore let's not display the menu. What I want to do is stretch this out so it, rather than being all balled up here, it's kind of stretched over. And so the best way to do that I found within Beaver Builder is to go to the Beaver Themer and just create a new header. Header, themer layout, header, and so Beaver Themer is pretty smart about this stuff. We don't want it to be sticky, no overlay, entire site. And so basically we're just saying we're going to self-design this header. And we're just going to get rid of that, remove. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's not bad. Not too good either, but maybe we want to do that. And then maybe we do want a second column in there. So I'm going to just undo until we have a second column, and then we can cancel, then we can just drag this over and make that how we want it. And again, I'm just designing desktop here. You know, we could do this for mobile as well. Let's edit themer, or we wanted to Beaver Builder. Let's launch Beaver Builder again, because I just want to change this stuff. Let's call this support at TC, I can never remember, tcwebsecurity.com. And I'm going to put my phone number up here too. Looks like there's a space or something. Oh, I don't know why that's a weird formatting, but okay. So now we have support at TC Web Security. Let's get rid of these because I don't do social stuff. Shouldn't say that. I don't do it with this site. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to align this to the right. Trying to think, maybe that is in here. Column settings. Vertical alignment center. Somewhere in here there's a way to align it right. Maybe it's this. Maybe I missed it, but we might just have to come back to that piece. Weird. Oh, this is an HTML thing. Let's change it to a text thing, text module, and then we can do that. Now we'll be able to make this. Let's make this a phone number too. Is it tel:1-612-293-8629. Let's add dashes in there. I think that the phones respect those dashes, which is nice when you're, you know, it shows up a little nicer. And we're gonna just make this a mail-to link. WordPress is smart about that, at least. Now we can get rid of, is it this one? This is the HTML one, so that's the one we're gonna delete. Just get rid of that, yes. Great, and now we can get rid of that box, and now we can align this stuff right. If I stretch this, okay, good, it is on one line, which is what I want. I actually don't like that dash, let's just get rid of that. I might add a poll there. A couple spaces, there we go. Okay, great, so now we have that. And let's click done, publish. So we have our new header. I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit now that I'm looking at it. And I'm not going to get too much into this because, again, I don't really, this is really just a quick thing to see if I can get some SEO juice going. But I'll try to keep those little things to minimums. So now we're going to go back to the home page. And you see our site coming together here. We have this library image. I don't like the blue color, but it's not the end of the day. Not the end of the world, I should say. And this isn't bad. I'm just thinking, like, it's probably not great for keyword stuff, but what I'm going to do is go to the Mighty Mo WordPress, their Google page, and now this is my site. I'm just going to grab like a review that mentions a hack in it, website hack. So here's one. And this is from, I'm not going to use his name, but I'm going to go ahead and add his quote in there. You know, that way it's legit. And let's see. And let's say they've been a consummate profession. They've been consummate professionals. I'm just touching up this quote. I want to keep it legit. I used to have a career in newspaper writing, and so what do you call that? Reporter. I get rid of that Mighty Mo thing since it's going to be a little confusing here. Okay, let's just go with this for now, and we can remove this. So now it's a legit quote, and maybe we even want to add a little thing, text editor, let's say. Align it right. Okay, there we go. And we should link to the Google reviews just so they know what we're talking about. And we're approaching like gray water because this site is built for SEO, and I'm linking to the Mighty Mo's and blah blah blah. But it seems fair to me. Like I own the Mighty Mo. This is actually all traffic that's going to be redirected to the Mighty Mo. And so that's why. And now we just need some stuff. Hacked WordPress help, and I'm just doing this all off the top of my head here. What are other headlines we'll do? Website, urgent website support. These are services the Mighty Mo offers that I can kind of outline here. Need help, need urgent support. Did I mention support? I did. Let's do it. We need urgent help, urgent web help. Maybe I'll use WP help, because that could be a good keyword there. And those three are W2s. I'm going to say we provide, this is for the hacked WordPress help. 15 plus years of experience cleaning up WordPress websites that have been hacked. Urgent website support. We're here when you need us, live from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then it was an urgent. We'll say our specialty is WordPress. I would say our entire team has. We do not employ you. Let's say we are here to support. Let's say that for now. Not great writing, but there you go. And we're getting into, like, I see this just, I don't want to do this right now, so I'm like, let's just get rid of that. I'm going to start just deleting sections because I'm just getting tired of it and I need to move on to other work. I'm going to delete that. Yeah, I like this. Ready to get started. Contact us today to get started cleaning up your hacked WordPress site. And that reminded me up here I should do, let's rename this malware and virus removal plus security hardening. We know that the job isn't done after we clean your website. You need to harden your security to keep the bad guys out. After we remove malware and viruses from your site, we harden the security through a number of proprietary processes. Alright, we'll just start there. I'll just go with that for now. As I was looking at this one, was way longer. Yeah, we're just going to keep it. I'm not too concerned again. Let's get rid of this. We're also going to I want to change that button. There's the button. Let's do that. We'll go put it after text, always visible. That's just my preference. Contact us today. A while back, someone told me you should always capitalize the first letters of these big words, like button words and things. So I've been doing that. I don't know if that's the right way, but all right. So next we're looking for the link thing, which has got to be in here somewhere. There it is. We're just going to slash contact. We haven't built that page yet, but we will. I don't like this footer because it says powered by Beaver Builder. So that's another thing we'll do next. Let's get rid of that footer thing. So we're going to go to the Beaver themer again. And again, this is specific to Beaver Builder. If you use Aveda, they have a similar tool set. So add themer layout, entire site, publish, and before we do that, I wanted to grab the, oh, I see, okay. Let's do launch Beaver Builder, and this is going to be really basic. We're just going to, for now, I kind of like this. Let's just use this. So we're going to do that. Link 2.3.8629. And I don't think they link these automatically, so we're going to create that link. Save. Let's just put our address here. And we'll call this support at tcwebsecurity.com. And we're going to link that. Done. Save. We don't have these additional resources right now. It'd be nice to have a blog or something, or some, series of pages about us. We are based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and have been hailing broken WordPress sites for 15 plus years. This all looks good. I never know about the all rights reserved stuff, so I'm just going to remove it. Save. Yeah, maybe I'll keep the all rights reserved. I don't know. The color is horrendous, but yeah, let's fix that. Just fix that background color. Background. If we do that, let's make it black, and that's a simple way to clean it up. Save. We'll do this as well. We'll just do the black background again. It's just a quick way to clean it up, not pretty or anything, but same with up here, but just going to publish this for now because that's our footer. Now we could still edit the header. Let's go to the home page here. It's not killing me right now. We can leave it for now. You know what we might do is, thinking in the footer, whoops, let's go back. We might link to the Mighty Mo. Our sister specializes in WordPress design and development. So we're just gonna link this, and I don't know if this is even like, you know, Google is really smart now, but it used to be, when I started, you could link to things like this and Google would like be very responsive. This was 15 years ago. You could get on the top page of Yahoo just by like doing stuff like this, but this probably isn't gonna give us a lot of SEO juice, but I like that it adds a little bit of clarity to who the company is, and you know, I do want to be forthright about that, and I want to extract some SEO value potentially. So now you'll find a 404 page here. So we need to go to the back end of WordPress and create that contact page. Let's delete trash, or delete the sample page. We're going to keep that privacy page, but for now we're going to do contact. We're going to publish, and let's go back here. I'm going to do plugins, add new. We're going to add a form plugin, and I use Gravity Forms, but there are, you know, lots of form plugins to choose from. All right, is it installing? Oh, yeah, it's installing. Okay. And let me grab. Okay, we're just going to activate Gravity Forms for now. And it wants us to register. I'll do that later, but for now we can create the form. Can we do it without it? I understand the risks. Okay. Keep background updates. Whoops. I understand the risks. Yes. We'll keep doing that. US dollar. We're not going to use it to process payments, but contact form. And we're just going to do it. It's going to be basic. We're just going to add name. Where's email? Is that under basic? There it is. Email. Name, email, phone, website. There it is. And let's make all these required. Some people don't require name, email, and phone. I think it's, you know, the minimum to deal with me. You gotta at least be willing to do that. You know, I just want to deal with a real person. It's a minor, very minor screening thing. So I'm going to say, so now we're in the default WordPress editor. I'm going to embed that form. We're going to say contact us, you know, email, call anytime. Let's say, you know, there's let's remove the form title. Form description. Email. Let's give that a heading. What just happened? We just have a big WordPress poop out here. Block cannot be read. Well, great. Restore the backup. Let's update it, see what happens. Let's see if we can do that same thing again. Okay, so we're going to say phone. Now again, we're in the default WordPress editor, and I'm just going to add the Mighty Mo phone number. Eek. There it is. We want to do link tell 1-612-293-8629. Oh, you see it kind of broke it there. So we're going to do text 612. Somehow it got cut off, so we'll just have to clean that up here. Or email directly support@themightymo.com. I'm sorry, support@tcwebsecurity.com. And it's going to be a mail to. Great. Whoops. Let's add a period there. So we want to kind of encourage them to use the form. And that also means that we need to have the form send to us. So we're going to do, so this is Gravity Forms, so if you use a different form, you'll need to do it your own way. I'm going to send it to Toby@themightymo.com, since it's really a sales pitch. From name, let's add their name here. First name, last name, from email, no reply @tcwebsecurity.com. Actually, what I'm going to do, just to make sure I spelled it right, I'm going to grab it from the browser. Reply to, we're going to say reply to email. This will add their email. Doing this no reply thing makes it so that it'll get through to me. So we can go submission from tcwebsecurity.com. I'll do all fields. And then one thing I like to do on these is I like to include the date and the IP address. I'm sorry, I'd like to include the embed URL. That means it'll tell us what page it was embedded on. And actually it's filled out on that URL. And then I like to include the date, or actually their IP address rather. User IP address. That'll kind of give me a clue if it's spam too. And then finally I'll do the date just because. Date, month, year, there it is. Date. All right. Let's update this notification. So now, in theory at least, if I go to the contact us page, we have this. It should all work. Tester 555, submit, and that should end up in my inbox. Great. Doing this should pull up, yep, make a call, so it's working properly. Now I want to add that contact stuff up there. So let's go to Beaver Builder header. I'm going to add the contact link right here. So let's just add a text editor in there. And I'm just going to say contact. Now this is a very lame way perhaps, but it's really quick. I'm not normally in WordPress you would want to use the menu stuff, but since we're only going to have one link and I'm not too concerned about it, I do want to make it bigger. So let's go to font size. Let's see here. Contact. I also might do underline. Let's make it big. I'm actually thinking I might want a button there, just to simplify it. Button. Yeah, so it would be, yeah, let's make it a contact button. So we'll go back here. Contact, we'll just say contact us. Yeah, that's fine. Icon, I like adding these icons. I just like them. I'll do this after text. I'm sure there's a whole, whole psychology team at the University of blah 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 trying to tell us what to do with those with arrows on buttons and things. let's make this, I like making these uppercase, so let's do that. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's make the call to action a bright color here. Since this button is really what we want people to do, we're going to say background color. And let's choose like a really crazy background color. I kind of like pinks and oranges. Let's try a pink. Pink on the blue looks bad. But I do think maybe a yellow. Again, I'm just kind of thinking yellow on that blue. Why not? I'm sure somebody's cringing out there, but again, I'm not thinking too deeply about this because I mainly this is like a quick SEO site. So, or SEO, the purpose of the site is to generate SEO. We're going to go with that. Not pretty at all, yellow on blue. I know, send the hate mail now, but what we've done here is in a short period of time, we've created a fully functioning WordPress site from, buying the domain to having a contact. You will want to go to Google. In fact, maybe that's the next thing we should do, Google Business. Let's go back over to Google. Back here, we're going to go to Google Business. And it still thinks we're on the phone. Let's do this. Google Business. Let's do this. I'm going to log in with the Mighty Mo. It wants me to verify. Okay. Do that. We're going to add a business. Add single business. And this is going to be called, again, I always forget, TC Web Security. Called TC Web Site Security. Oh, I think we need to add business to Google. TC Website Security. TC Website Security. Business category. Website. Is website a thing? Web hosting, security. Let's see. Security service? Sure. I don't know if, let's say web. Site. We'll go with website designer for now. Do you want to add a location custom like a store? Yeah, and that's how you get in the local search. Just 3122 Arthur Street Northeast. Next. Do you provide deliveries or home and office visits? If you visit your delivery to your code, you can let them know where you. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll visit their location. Do my zip code here. Let's see. Let's just type Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, sure. St. Paul, Minnesota. This is probably good for the local map stuff. So, Fridley, Minnesota. St. Anthony, Minnesota. What else is over here? What's it called? Roseville, Minnesota. Let's just start there. So in theory now, that'll help us get listed in the old Google. 612. Let's see if it'll let us put my Google here. Yes. Okay, this seems to be loading properly now. So let's. I'm just gonna see if this SSL certificate issued. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. TC Web Security. Let's encrypt. Get. We're gonna try that again. Okay. Let's also go back to Google Domains, email. Add email alias. Let's do support goes to toby@themightymo.com. Let's see if it lets us do that. So this is now an email forwarder on the Google Domains. So in theory, email sent here will go there. And I'm just going to test that quick in a different browser here. So I'm going to send an email to that support at address. Test. It should end up in my my business email inbox. Let's see. I got the web form in there. Let's just see what happens. Let's go over here. Support at TC Web Security. Email. 5-digit code. So I should get that in my inbox any minute here. I'm looking in my inbox. Might take a while or something, or maybe maybe the email setup takes a little time on Google's end. In any case, let's check out. It said it failed to install. Now this is interesting because it could mean that the DNS is not propagating or something like that. Whoops. So I went to this site that's called Wino Padlock, and I'm going to do this. Actually, what I want to do is see if the DNS is propagating yet. So let's go to DNS check. Okay, so the DNS is currently going nowhere, which is interesting. Maybe that's all related. Maybe it has to do with this. Oh, you know what? I don't have the forwarder set up yet. It says, oh, the zone is... You know what's going on is Google hasn't done their part yet in terms of getting the domain forwarding happening. And that's because I haven't added the name servers yet. Or maybe I did, but it didn't take them. They're set up but not in use. Oh, you have to switch to these settings. Thank you, Google. So I had everything set up, but I forgot to click that button, or didn't even know I had to click it, rather. So now any minute this will start resolving properly. Yep, see now it's starting to work. These X's will become green checks. I'll be able to, this will start working any minute now. I'm going to wait a bit on that. We will also need to create the email address. Let's see if we can check name servers. Okay, so it might take a while, but bottom line is this will start working. I'll have to set up the email forwarder here because I'm hosting my DNS on Cloudflare. Not a big deal. And that would explain why I'm not getting this code. So I'm going to change the method for now. Let's call me, or text me rather. So they're going to text me the code. I should get it on my phone here. There it is. 825054. Code was accepted. Let's add services. WordPress support. WordPress hacked site support. WordPress hacked site support. We'll do emergency WordPress hacked site help. WordPress help. Urgent WordPress help. We'll add a couple more, like more generic. Website hacked help. Website hack support. Let's just do website hacked. Yeah, I don't like that one. So we'll save this next. So again, we're in Google business stuff. Let's add some hours. Let's do 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Now these are the Mighty Mo hours, so let's see if it did that right. I'll do 24 hours, why not? Maybe not. Oh, for now, let's just do it to keep it simple. I'll just do Monday through Friday, 24 hours. Sure. Sure. Turn it on. There we go. Typed all that. Add photos of your business. I don't have a photo right now, but it would be nice. I can add a photo of me, I guess. Let's see, Toby headshot. We can go with that for now. We'll start there. That's something. We're going to skip the advertisement. Okay, so now Google is going to mail us a thing in the actual snail mail, and we'll have to verify it here, and that'll all be clear. There's lots of stuff you can do in Google Business here. Let's check this DNS again. I bet you they're all green. Oh, no, there's still those. It's interesting. Usually this happens a little faster. Let's see what, okay, so they're saying Cloudflare's on. Let's add that email forwarder here in Cloudflare. Because we added it in Google before, and it's not going to work because our DNS is here on Cloudflare. So it would have worked if we used Google for DNS, but I use Cloudflare just because it has a lot of stuff that Google does not in terms of security, and they only do DNS and DNS related stuff. So like Google is known to shut down their stuff, and you'll wake up one day and they'll be like, oh, we're going to charge you way more now, and that sort of thing. So in general, I like dealing with companies that really specialize deeply in a technology, and just like the Mighty Mo. So I'm going to send this to Toby at themightymo.com. Verification, great. Okay, so now it's going to say it's supposedly sent me an email. And there it is. I have it in my inbox. I'm going to go ahead. Actually, that's not it, is it? There it is. Verify email. I clicked the thing in my email. Cool. So now if I click here, I think it'll display it there. Yes. Let's do this. Go back here. Pretty sure it should say. Okay, so support. Maybe I need to do that. Send to. Add records automatically. Okay. I've actually never done this step in Cloudflare, so I knew it existed, I just had never tried it, so I'm glad we have a chance. So it's going to add some stuff automatically. And you can see I have a duplicate there, so I'm just going to delete that. I don't want to catch all. And now if we go to the DNS, it should have those extra, MX records. So MX is email. If you see an MX record, it means email. So that's what's going on there. SPF is also related to email. And you can see basically it's saying like, hey, email might come from this address and Cloudflare's managing it. And it's basically a security layer to help make sure that all works properly. And I'm guessing, let's see what this looks like. It's weird that this is not fully propagating yet, and but we're going to wait a little while. Once that full propagation comes, we're going to try this again. We're going to issue the SSL certificate, because right now if you were to visit it online, it would look like this. But pretty soon, once we get that SSL installed, then this will look exactly how we'd expect. And we won't be able to issue that SSL until this DNS is consistently resolving to the correct IP, and these red X's will go away. So when the red X's go away, then I will do that. I'm going to end this here. Let me know if you have any questions. I don't know what we've been on here, maybe like an hour or so. Hopefully it's been fruitful for you. It's been fun for me. I haven't done something like this in a long time, so let me know what you think.